Today we're going to learn about rhythm. First, I'll show you a trick to keep a steady beat. Then I'll show you a fun way to divide that beat into 2 and 4 equal parts. To keep a steady beat, let's learn this simple slap-clap pattern. First, you take both hands and slap your thighs. Then, you clap. Repeat and try to keep a steady beat. Can you keep up with me? Let's try it a little faster. Let's lay out all our slaps and claps in a row. We'll draw lines down from the slaps and consider this our main beat. We will also put the word pie on each line. You'll notice that the word pie has only one syllable, so let's try putting a 2-syllable word like pizza on the line. You should notice that the second part of the word pizza, the tsa, lines up with clap. Okay, now for the 4-syllable word, pepperoni. Pep of pepper lines up with the slap, and O of oni lines up with the clap. Pepperoni. Okay, here's some words. Pie, pie, pizza, pepperoni. We're going to say these words while keeping a steady beat. Here we go. Once you've mastered saying these words with a steady beat, just think the rhythm of the words in your mind and say ding on each syllable just like you hear the bell playing. Don't lose the beat. At this point, pause the video and practice arranging pie, pizza, and pepperoni into various phrases. After you feel like you've mastered the different rhythms, you're ready to move on. We're going to assign note values to each of the words and transition to reading music instead of words. All of the previous principles of dividing the rhythm into 2 and 4 syllables still apply. To begin, we'll represent pie with a large circle note. Pizza will consist of 2 notes, each looking like an open circle with a stem. Pepperoni will consist of 4 notes, each looking like a filled-in circle with a stem. The proper names of these notes are as follows: whole note, half note, and quarter notes. An easy way to remember this is how these notes are related to the whole note. A whole note is just one note, like a word, but if you divide it into 2 parts, you get half notes, just like pizza is divided into 2 syllables. Divide the whole note into 4 parts, and you'll get quarter notes, just like pepperoni is divided into 4 syllables. The proper names of rhythm values are always related to the whole note. Let's go back to our original phrase, pie, pie, pizza, pepperoni, and we're going to replace each of the words with its matching musical rhythm value. Go ahead and say ding along with the bell in perfect rhythm. Ready, go! Now, can you do it without looking at the words? At this point, you're going to want to practice reading whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes until you feel comfortable with each of these rhythms. If you feel adventurous, you can even make your steady slap-clap pattern faster or slower. Just remember to be consistent. Okay, now it gets a little tricky. The principle of dividing rhythms into 2 and 4 parts is universal. For example, let's say instead of a whole note to represent pie, we use a half note. How will this affect the notes that are used for pizza and pepperoni? If pie is a half note, then pizza must be 2 quarter notes, and pepperoni is replaced by 4 new notes. The proper name for these new notes are eighth notes, because 8 of them will equal the duration of a whole note. These notes look like quarter notes, except they have one flag. Most often, however, when you have a group of eighth notes together, you'll see them grouped together like this. The flags of each note join together in what's called a beam. You might see 4 eighth notes beamed together in groups of 2, as you see here, or groups of 4. The important thing is that one beam is the same as one flag, which sets these notes apart as eighth notes. Can you fill in pie, pizza, pepperoni using our new rules? Take a look at this pattern of notes and imagine what it will sound like. Now let's play it together. Okay, once you get good at using a half note to represent pie, you're ready to move on. What if we say that a quarter note should equal pie? Pizza will become, you guessed it, 2 eighth notes, and pepperoni will become 4 new notes. The proper name of these new notes is 16th notes, because 16 of these notes equal the duration of a whole note. 16th notes look like eighth notes, but you'll notice an extra flag, giving them 2 flags. Once again, we can use beams to join the eighth notes, and beams to join the 16th notes. You should notice that 16th notes have 2 beams, just like how they have 2 flags. Eighth notes have 1 beam because they have 1 flag. Can you fill in pie, pizza, pepperoni using our new rules? Take a look at this pattern of notes and imagine what it will sound like. Now let's play it together. So let's review. Beats can be divided into smaller parts, 2s and 4s. We can use words like pie, pizza, and pepperoni to help break down those parts. We also learned how to interchange different note values for pie and how that affects further subdivisions. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video helps. If you practice hard, these rhythms will be easy as pie.